Coffee Club.
All right, here we go for Coffee Club on a Friday morning. It is the 10th of April, 10 days into our fourth month of the year. And Josh, I got some coffee. I got some of my favorite coffee. This is the Cold Creek this morning. What are you sporting?
I could smell it when I walked in. I got still our 3-bean blend. We made an overabundance.
I think we're going on 3 weeks, me asking what you're drinking, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, we just ordered some more. So we got some specialty coffees coming and also some of our favorite classics. But we got one that is from a region where they only harvest once a year.
Oh, right.
So we're going to see how that tastes.
And Haley, glad to have you with us here this morning. That baby's not going to be too far away, is it?
No. Literally any day now. Just waiting it out.
We could probably get our coffee club to go viral if you just have a baby right on set right now.
Baby.
That'd be good.
Let's not, though.
No, yeah.
I was a quarterback in flag league, so I can...
I was a center. I got good hands. I ain't going to drop anything. All right. Okay, let's get going here with Coffee Club. Do some introductions here. We've got KT Beek from the Family Resource Center. Dennis Berry coming along with you. Don't see Caitlin yet. She might be here in a little bit. And Carrie Junker. So tell us a little bit about your team that's with you here today.
So I'm from the Family Resource Center. Carrie is one of my board members, and then Dennis is on the Child Advocacy team, which is also a group that I help lead. The Family Resource Center started in 1996, but I took over about a year ago, and we have made a lot of changes. We keep growing constantly. Right now, we are teaching a Love and Logic course, which is kind of new to us. It's specifically to help foster parents, to help parents of teenagers who maybe have gone through some trauma or are struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
We recently got a ramp to our back door, so we are now handicap accessible, which is new for us. We've been giving out a lot of car seats, a lot of formula. We are getting ready for the backpack giveaway in August. We're just starting to get that stuff all together. We're a big part of that. And then also we're working on Child Abuse Prevention Month. And I'll let Dennis talk a little bit more about that one.
All right. So we'll get into that here in just a quick second, too. So Family Resource Center. And then we also have Jason and Shane. Special event that's taking place here this weekend. And Jason, you want to do the introduction? You've been here for Coffee Club before, right?
I have not. This is my first time, but it's okay. Yeah, this is a fun time. I've done a couple of commercials with you. Yeah, that's about it.
Jason's from our Oberlin, Kansas, of the Eat Free Church, and you're the one that brought Shane in, right?
I did. I've known Shane for a little bit, for a long time, and he's when I was in Georgia with him. Done a couple events for me when I was a student pastor back in Georgia. So I thought it'd be good to bring him to this side of the planet and let him kind of come and do his thing and reach some people and with his gifts and talents. Yeah.
And so Shane, tell us a little bit about yourself. You do some speaking, you do some
absolutely
motivational things too,
I was
right?
born at a very early age. Okay, I got one laugh. Thank you so much. But yeah, definitely from Atlanta, Georgia. You can tell with the Southern accent, and been traveling in full-time ministry, helping churches just reach their community and make hope known, make Christ known. Been doing that for the past 10 years, but served over 20-something years on church staff before that.
All right. So we'll talk about some special events that you guys have going on this weekend. Free events, 3 of them. One tonight, right?
Well, tomorrow night. So Saturday night we'll do at the Oberlin Gateway Civic Center.
Right.
It's at 7 o'clock until whenever it's over, probably 8:30 or so. But it's free. We've got a lot of giveaways, free giveaways. So all people have to do is just when they come in is register so that we can do a drawing at the end of the night and of the event. Today, Shane will be going to Decatur County High School at 10 o'clock this morning, speaking to all the 5th grade up to seniors, doing an assembly there and doing an anti-bullying talk and doing some illusions and things like that. Kind of a teaser, hopefully, to fill that Civic Center up. So, it's going to be a good time.
And then 2 services on Sunday here in McCook. So we'll get to all that here real quick. Let's talk about the Family Resource Center. And you said Dennis was going to have some things for us. So we'll pass that mic over to him, will you? Welcome, Dennis. Is this your first time in for Coffee Club?
For Coffee Club.
Yeah. All
Been
right.
with you before, but not Coffee Club.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your part of this.
Well, the Family Resource Center and the Child Advocacy Team kind of teams up for the Anti-Child Abuse Day, which is today. So some of us have wearing blue, including you, Jesse.
I didn't know, but thanks for, yeah.
That's just one of the projects that the Child Advocacy Team does. Child Advocacy Team started 25 years ago. The original members were Cloyd Clark. For some of the folks that here in McCook remember Judge Clark. And then Barb Ostrom was with the Community Action, and she was one of the original members. And then Raleigh and Kathy Haas. Raleigh was a probation officer, and Kathy just
And a firefighter.
And firefighter.
He
That's
was.
right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And Kathy was the starter of the Family Resource Center. And Jack Dodge was a school psychologist at that time. And then I think we had one member from Health and Human Services. Cloyd started it with, and I was on it. So I think everyone other than myself and Barb are deceased. So when you're praying, keep us alive, will you?
Remember that, yeah. So tell us about some of the things that you guys do, and when you meet, what are some of the things that you're working on?
Well, the original group started before the unicameral passed 11. What was that bill? 1184, I believe it was, where the community was supposed to do some wraparound services to try to help kids and families, but mostly kids stay out of the legal system. And when we started, we could talk about individual kids, which we did. And then HIPAA and a bunch of other rules came in. And so we've moved away from talking about individuals on how we could help those individual kids, on how we can help kids and families in general. You know, we do a lot of work together with the Resource Center. I mean, a lot of work together with that group. Our community is blessed to have the Family Resource Center here in town, and under this new leadership, she's really done a great job, and the board.
Yeah, she's a busy gal. So let's talk about a few of the events that you have coming up here real quick.
So today, because it is National Wear Blue Day and it is Child Abuse Prevention Month through the entire month of April, some of the things that we're doing this month is Lucy's today has a blue Cookie Monster cookie that they're kind of using to promote child abuse prevention. There's some coffee sleeves around town. So if you stop by Jolton Joe's this month, you might have seen some new coffee sleeves about child abuse prevention. Lucy's is going to be giving them out today. Some different coffee places throughout the 7 counties of Southwest Nebraska have some. There's coloring pages at some of the different locations here in town. I know the Scoop has some, Ambience Counseling has some, I believe some went to Pizza Hut, that are just pinwheels. If you've noticed the pinwheels around town in April before, that was a big part of child abuse prevention. Fresh Foods actually donated some brown paper bags. We had a bunch of kids color them. We stapled on some information about child abuse prevention in our resource directory, and this month Fresh Foods is actually using those to bag up groceries. We returned them back to them.
Nice. I like that.
We did some drawstring bags at the PTO Carnival. That was at the very end of March, and we put in information about area resources. Those are some of the big things that we're doing to help promote child abuse prevention.
So, Carrie, with you being on the board and everything, tell us a little bit about, do you enjoy that?
Oh, yes. I feel, first of all, I have to give a shout out to KT because she does an amazing job. I've been on the board for a little over a year now, and it's been quite the transformation that we've seen since she's taken over.
Was it a learning process for you a little bit too?
It is, and it still is.
Yeah.
It's really exciting to see what we have in our community available to everybody to use, and it's underutilized.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned that it's very underutilized.
That's part of the reason we're out today, is to talk about things that you guys do and things you have coming up. A couple of fundraisers that you guys also have, right?
Yes. So we've got the ACE Roundup. I think that's coming up next month.
Yep. In May, if you stop in at Ace and shop, and they will round up to the nearest dollar your purchase there, and all those proceeds will go to the Family Resource Center. We are also going to be doing a little bit of an event May 16th at Ace. I think we're going to be cooking something grilled and
I like that.
maybe some root beer floats. And we did this last year, and it was really, really rainy last year, so we didn't have a huge turnout. But maybe it'll bring some rain this year. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just the transformation, just walking into the building has, shined a light on what you guys have done. And I know KT also helps, like, with not just McCook, but I mean, a huge county area in which she helps with all kinds of things. It's not just what's in the store, but with outside the legal things too. So if anybody has any questions with how to go through the legal side of it, you also do that.
Yeah. I've helped people apply for benefits through DHHS. I've helped people apply for jobs, make resumes, pretty much just life skills.
So what's the one thing that you would really like people to know about what you guys do?
One thing.
Yeah.
We're pretty pliable. You come to me with a need. If I can't help you, I will help you find a resource that can.
That's awesome. All right, what's the best way to reach you?
You can stop in our building. We're at 526 West B Street, which is the old police and fire department. Or you can call us 345-2609.
Yeah. We were in there not long ago with the chamber.
Yeah.
And
went and revisited the jail cell I was in. That was nice.
oh, come on. You actually work in that jail?
Yeah, remember, like, when my first year here, they did a bidding process where, like, they put people from the community in the jail.
It was kind of a March of Dimes
to raise funds. Yeah, and like a few of the other community members were busted out of jail first, and I sat there for like 4 hours. I'm like, come on, guys.
That's fantastic. All right, again, that phone number to reach you?
345-2609.
All right. So, Jason, talking a little bit about you and Shane and some things that you guys have going on. Want to give us a few more details about this weekend's activities and kind of what led to all of this?
Yeah, it's just we wanted to do something as a church at E-Free that's going to have a big impact in our community. And we've had a lot of, in Oberlin specifically, just a lot of suicide and just attempts of suicide, people self-harming, and especially students. And so in light of all that over the last couple of years, and especially even the last couple of months, I thought it was good that we bring somebody in that was different, somebody that that had dealt with students pretty much most of his life, and was a student pastor, hung out with students most of his life. And so I thought it would be good to come and invest in students that way and help us as a church do that. And so it's going to be neat this weekend just to see the impact of his ministry and our ministry as a church coming together just to reach communities. So it's going to be neat.
All right, Shane, tell us a little bit about your background and what led you to coming here to Southwest Nebraska, Northwest Kansas for this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I travel as speaker, artist, and illusionist, and being born with a speech impediment, I thought speaking would be the very last thing I would ever do, and here I am for 30 years now, ministering to the next generation, making hope known through speaking. And I use illusions and art and different visual things just to capture attention. So I call it captivate to communicate. And I love gathering a crowd of middle school, high school students, families, children, and just using the arts of illusions, a little bit of sleight of hand magic with live paintings on stage to turn an ear into an eye, so people can see the message and not just hear it.
We should have had you come in and paint in the background, but, this room could use a little more paint anyway. But
This is a nice place, man.
yeah, tell us about some of the paintings specifically. What do you do with that?
Oh, wow. So I'm not the best artist. I started out as a kid painting, like just finger painting kind of stuff. And then I saw a guy with an airbrush gun. I don't know if y'all have ever been to the beach, maybe Panama City Beach or somewhere where they're airbrushing T-shirts and car tags. And after I was sunburned on the beach and got sick of the salt water, I went to the shops. And instead of shopping, I would study this guy painting T-shirts. And I went home and I said, Mom and Dad, that's what I want to do. I want to, as a middle school kid, get my very first airbrush gun. And by the time I graduated high school, I was making $1,000 a day airbrushing car tags, T-shirts, caps, all kinds of things. And that's kind of the beginning of some of my art interest. And now I do live paintings, might be like 3 feet by 4 foot types canvases on stage, and I'll paint it upside down. And for all your viewers and listeners that's able to come, we invite you to come out Saturday. I'll do a live paintings. The event starts at 7 o'clock there at Gateway Civic Center. And after the painting's done upside down in a few minutes to music, I'll spin it around and reveal what it is.
Yeah. All right. Then you're going to do that again here in McCook, both services?
Yes, McCook E-Free Church. Both services, the first and the second hour, do a live painting as well as some illusions.
All right, that's at 9 and 10:45. Now, it doesn't translate to radio very well, but if you were to do an illusion, we do have a camera on you here. Cool. So if you want to go to our Facebook page, you can see it there. You can also find us on YouTube for the Coyote Country Snooze Busters and Coffee Club. So go check that out. So you want to do one?
Yeah,
for us?
I might have a little something here. Let me see if I got something in my wallet. Maybe you can tell your viewers what just happened.
Okay.
Some people think I might have money to burn, but I really don't.
There was flame in studio, folks.
So a little bit of money. Maybe you guys can visually see it and then articulate to your listeners what you're seeing here. Okay. All right, so short sleeves, nothing's up my sleeve. Okay. You guys help me count out loud. Are you cool? Everybody say aye.
Aye.
All right, tell me what you see. One, two, three, 4, 5. 5 $1 bills. The fronts, the backs. You've seen each and every $5 bill.
Okay.
5 ones. Do you know how a magician makes his money?
How's that?
By not spending it, but by spinning it. Watch.
By spinning?
Oh.
Just like that.
I got some money.
This is called close-up. This is called close-up magic. Now the ones have just turned to hundreds. You guys help me count out loud. What do you see? 100, right? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500.
I'll get my wallet right now.
500. They're all real. You can touch them.
All right, Jesus turned water into wine. This is a cool one. I like this one too. Yeah. All right, so some of that. That's a couple of good examples. I love that. And again, you'll have to go to our Facebook page to see it, but that was fantastic. All right, so that's going to happen here this weekend in McCook. If people would like to learn more about you and your ministry, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, MakeKnownMinistries.org. MakeKnownMinistries.org is where they can find me. And I travel to do public school assemblies, speaking on anti-drugs, anti-bully, those type of topics. Excited to be in the local school systems today in just a few hours.
Yeah.
And give them hope, as well as traveling to churches, do camps, retreats, conferences.
That's fantastic. All right.
I wondered why your wallet was so scratched up, but now I realize that it's just been on fire a bunch of times.
That brings new meaning to burning a hole in your pocket. Right?
That's right.
We're ready for our weekend poll. Haley, we did an either or for the weekend poll this weekend.
Ninja or pirate?
Love that. All right. Carrie, you want to go first? Would you rather be a ninja or pirate?
Ninja.
Ninja. Now, why?
First of all, my boys who are now teenagers, they loved ninjas, so I make them proud.
All right, KT.
Say ninja. I've grown bending over to tie my shoes, so sounds pretty cool to do some of those moves.
I love that. All right, Shane. Ninja or pirate?
Oh, man, I'd go pirate.
Oh, really? For why?
I just love the theme song to the movies.
That's good. All right, Jason, ninja or pirate?
I'll say ninja, just so I could, finally beat somebody up, maybe. I don't know.
All right, Dennis, ninja or pirate?
Well, I was a pirate. My high school was the girly pirates.
Oh,
They've consolidated and are gone, and so they need more pirates. So I'll be a pirate again.
where was that high school?
Gurley, Nebraska. It's between Sydney and Scotts Bluff.
Okay.
We did have a library, unless the book was checked out.
All right, Haley, for you, ninja or pirate?
I'm gonna go pirate, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Treasure.
Because of the treasure. Josh?
For sure, pirate.
Pirate?
Yeah, I just want to be out on the ocean.
I guess for me, it depends. Am I one of those pirates that don't do anything? Shout out to the VeggieTales. But I would probably rather be the ninja. I actually had, what were those boots called? Or the ninja shoes? The Toma shoes or whatever they're.
I'm such a pirate. All I know is peg legs. So
I actually had one of those pairs of shoes. And, many, many years ago, Norris Park for Heritage Days, they used to have a guy that would come and he'd have actual throwing stars that you could buy from his booth.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
You remember that guy? Yeah.
He's about as bad as the Bristol Windows guy.
And every time I'd get a few throwing stars from him. So that's our weekend poll. I haven't looked online. Is it doing okay? Who's winning?
I think Ninja is winning.
Ninja over Pirates. So if you want to play along, go to our Facebook page and you can select which one you'd prefer. The next topic for the Coffee Club. Wearing shoes in the house, is that normal or is that disgusting? KT, you get to go first.
I don't wear shoes in my house. I kind of find it gross, but I always wear socks. But I have a German Shepherd and a Husky, so I have to change my socks a couple of times.
In the house?
In the house, yes.
You're lucky you don't step in something. All right. Carrie?
I'm going to say it's disgusting as well.
All right.
It's just, you never know where your shoes have been.
Yeah. Dennis, how about you? What say you? Wearing shoes in the house, normal or disgusting?
Well, I'm disgusting, so it's my house. I'm going to wear my shoes.
All right, Jason.
I would say it's normal at my home.
Yeah.
I don't wear them often in my home, but especially when I'm going to somebody else's house, I think it's I want to keep them on. I want to keep them on at somebody else's house.
That's right.
You want to wear them at somewhere else's house? Yeah. Shane?
We practice taking them off at my house as often as possible. I appreciate the family resource, all that you guys do. My wife, Amy, and I have been foster parents for the past 6 years. So we have foster kids with us now, two twins. That's redundant, I guess. We have twin boys, and they're 7 months old. So they're always on the floor, and shoes off is a good clean move.
Yeah. Josh?
I like my shoes off, and I am one of those ones that when you tell me make yourself at home, I will take my shoes off at your house too. I hate shoes. Like if I could, oftentimes when I'm here, like voice tracking or, doing my shows and stuff, I'll take my shoes off.
Yeah.
And I'll walk around here with my shoes off. And Seth is always like, dude, why don't you have your shoes on? I was like, I hate shoes.
Yeah.
And so Darcy, polar opposite, she loves shoes. So she wears her shoes all throughout the house. Like I have to tell her and Cordell both, take your shoes off and stay a while. Like this is your house.
All right. Haley, what say you?
That's kind of our house too. Kyle, for some reason, always has to have shoes on, and I'm the get the shoes off. I want to be comfy. Yeah. I mean, I try not to wear my shoes around the house or try to have Kyle or Kason take them off because, dirt and grime and yucky stuff. But we have wood floors too, so it doesn't, I guess, you just
bode well
mop
for
it.
them.
Yeah.
So my wife, occasionally she'll come to me and she'll be she'll be holding one of those little stickers and she goes, "You're the one that wears the shoes in the house. I know you brought this in here."
I'll do that too.
Yeah. I do prefer to wear shoes pretty much all the time. Apparently, I need to turn into Mr. Rogers when I get home, sit down and, have my house shoes.
Yeah, put your slippers on.
Yeah. I can't do slippers. I don't like slippers.
Then get some Crocs.
My feet get too hot. Could do the Crocs. I probably could. Yeah. Just never have. Next topic for the Coffee Club. What project totally defeated you? Okay. I know this is kind of a hard one, but kind of an example. It was a do-it-yourselfer thing or maybe a work task. Something that's just like, no, this is awful. And I'll start here. And I think I've shared this before, but I tried to do a little plumbing in my house. And it was one of those where I could do it until I couldn't. I had to replace...
Says every man ever.
I had to replace kind of the sink and get it back in, and that was fine because it was after a remodel, and so I'm thinking I can connect a sink. But then the little valve where the water connected, the valve was bad, so then I had to shut off the water and replace the valve. And I didn't do that well, and then there was a leak, and I was laying on my back underneath the sink, and you got that little ledge where your head's up cooked, weird, and... So, calling a plumber after making 5 trips to the hardware store and a chiropractor, I decided that was the project that defeated me.
Sometimes you just got to call the professionals.
Yeah. And I understand plumbing and electrical is not my thing. So
they advertise with you. You should use them.
I know. And I do now. Yeah. So, Haley, you got a project that totally defeated you?
Not really. I mean, I had a dresser, I guess, that I was redoing that sat in our garage for over a year. Because I think I painted it once, hated it, wanted to paint it again. But I don't know. I don't think there's any project. I usually either get it done or I harp at Kyle to get it done. So
that's right. Josh.
Ours was our bathroom remodel. I told Darcy, I was like, just have your uncle and brother bid it out. And she's like, no, over the weekends, we can just tackle this thing.
No.
And like, I will help with any project until I won't. And usually it's the grandpa butt effect. When I get mad about it, then it gets bad. And so we were working on our bathroom project. Her brother and her dad did help. And so that made it better. But we bought these shower walls that you're just supposed to glue on. And so we just pressed them against the wall, right? Well, in the box, they started to bow. So how do you get the middle part to stick when it was, bowed in the box? So we had to make this contraption to press against the bathroom to hold the walls in so they can glue correctly. And it was after that moment, we went to bed and I told Darcy, it's like, never, ever again will we ever do a reno project ourselves. We will always call somebody for construction. Little things we can tackle.
Yeah.
Big things, not so much.
I can do trim.
Yeah. If you go in our bathroom, like the tile's already cracking in the floor, so you could use it again. We painted the bathtub, and then we had somebody remove that paint. We went back to the 1950s hot pink bathtub. So, yeah. It's bad.
Shane, what's up?
Oh, man, mine's the same as yours, Jesse. Plumbing. My wife has been so patient with me. It took me 5.5 months to replace our toilet issue. So upstairs in our master bathroom, we had all this water leaking out, and I'm like, turn it off. And come to find out, it was so complicated. I had no clue where it was starting or coming from. And then one of my kids gets married. It's Christmas time. We transitioned between foster kids. The last thing I had attention to do, plus all my traveling, was to fix the toilet. And my wife reminded me just last week, Shane, it's been 5.5 months. Can I please have my master toilet back?
He's good, Josh.
Yep, you're good.
And after about 5 trips to Home Depot and 2 trips to Lowe's, I finally replaced this metal ring thing that had totally rusted out. Oh. But after hours and days on that thing, I was so close to just giving up and calling the plumber.
Yeah. But, Josh and I have a rule. What's the rule?
When the time your wife asks you, you get 6 months.
to get it done.
I was upon the deadline then.
So you're at 5.5. Doing good.
You're doing good. That's right.
Yeah. All right. Jason, you got
I
one?
don't have like a great story like you guys. I would just say that for me, anything that that has instructions that I have to put together, I just always give it to my wife because I go nuts, man. It is like I can't do it. I don't have the patience to put anything together. So if it's working on cars, I learned a long time. I just give it to the professionals. If it's putting something together, like a crib when we had our kids when they were younger, or putting a bed together, anything putting together, I'm just like, baby, it's yours. You have fun with it. And I sit back and act like I'm learning.
I remember putting something together. That was a crib, and we had like 8 extra bolts. and I was like, did they send me these extra, or am I missing bolts somewhere that could be potentially dangerous?
You say that. I helped a community put together a community playground equipment for kids, and I got home. It was in another community. I won't tell you which one. It was in another community. I got home and I found a bolt in my pocket, and I'm like, I hope that's not important. To my knowledge, the thing still stands, though. All right. Anybody else got one? What is a project that totally defeated you?
Well, probably trying to teach finance to my daughter and my grandson. With the billfold on fire, if they had $1 in their billfold, it was on fire and spent. And, I'm a failure on trying to get them to learn how to budget.
Yeah. How about you guys?
When my oldest was 7, she really wanted this platform bed, and we got it and pulled it out of the box. It was nothing but particle board. I put it together, and immediately she gets on it to jump, and it just collapses. Nobody trusts me with any sort of power tools or project, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Carrie, you got one?
Oh, nothing too specific, but I will say, a few years ago, we had painted our siding, and it just drudged on and on and on, and my husband actually ended up falling off of a ladder.
Oh, no.
And he fell really eloquently and in a way where he didn't break or kill himself, which was fine. But after that, we're like, yeah, we're not painting our siding ever again. We'll just have somebody else redo it completely.
The question was, what was the project that totally defeated you? This is kind of a fun topic. What's a strange talent that you'd like to wake up with tomorrow? Anybody got one for one of those by chance?
Well, I'd like to wake up being able to turn $1 bills into hundreds. That
would be fantastic.
If I could learn that.
Hey, Shane, that is sleight of hand, right?
It actually is. And if I could have a thing come true, it'd probably be to make illusions actually be reality. Right?
Oh, yeah.
To have the power to not do sleight of hand where it's an illusion. And I love calling the magic stuff illusions because I'm actually telling you what it is.
Sure.
An illusion's that which looks real, but it's not real.
Oh.
So that's kind of what I practice with my sleight of hand, stuff that looks real, but it's not. But that would be a great power to have, right?
Yeah. Just for a weekend.
It's like if you got $5, you need $8 for a coffee.
Yeah.
Just to be able to spend that money to be like,
how many people out there are trying to just turn their money around? It worked for him, man. Yeah.
I think I would like to be able to teleport, or like have like a photographic mirror, like where I can remember everything. Like if I meet somebody, I won't ever forget their name. I'll be able to remember everything I see. That would be like really cool for me because I stink at remembering people's names.
Yeah, I'm horrible about it. Josh and I, we meet a lot of people through the radio station too. So, hey, you, how you doing?
No, his thing is he'll talk to you like he knows you, and then when you leave, he'll turn to Haley and I and go,
Who was that?
Who was that? And we're like, dude, she's pregnancy brain. Like, I'm still man braining over here. There's no way that both of us know what you're.
Yeah. Knowing people's names, I would love to have that. Something to wake up and just be able to always call somebody by name. And I'd even clarify it, like if I've been introduced to them, so not make it weird, where I could walk up to anybody. But if I've been introduced to be able to just remember their name would be great.
Or if I could, if we could remember the stories that when people were like, "Oh man, the other day when you were talking," and we're like, "Yeah, it was a good bit." Yeah.
To pull that back just a little bit, sometimes we'll talk about so many stories on the radio, and we've done this for decades now. And somebody will come up and they'll say that they'll kind of rehash that story with us, and sometimes we're like, "Sure, we said that," because we do a lot of stories.
If it wasn't offensive, we probably said it.
Yeah. Who else? What's a strange talent you'd like to wake up with tomorrow? Haley, you got one?
Speak or understand any language.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a good one.
Speak or understand any language.
I'd like that.
I'm with Jason. I would like to teleport.
Nice.
Haley, do you got one?
Not really. I mean, I could go with the teleporting because I hate wasting time in the car. So I'm like, why?
Oh, yeah, road trips.
Yeah, like especially like going to Lincoln. If I could just like snap my finger and be there, that would be great.
All right, next topic here. What's a strange talent? Or we just did that. What's a type of cheese? If you had to describe yourself as a type of cheese, what type of cheese are you?
I'd say I'm Swiss cheese because I'm so holy.
Nah.
I'm Parmesan because I'm dry and salty.
Ooh, I like
That's
it.
good.
Who else?
I'm sharp, cheddar, because I'm bold, I have strong opinions, and I get better with age.
Oh, I like that. Anybody else?
I'm a Cheez-It.
Yes.
Not quite ready. Not quite ready. That's good. Dennis, what kind of, if you were a type of cheese, what type of cheese would you be? Need your mic there real quick. Yeah.
I don't know. Limburger because it stinks. Yeah, I like what Josh had to say. You know, we all need to be a little more holy.
To be honest with you, if I had to choose a cheese, it would be Baby Swiss. That's like my favorite. I love it on sandwiches. And but we recently got involved with Ben Smith, who gave us some of his smoked cheese.
He gave me a smoked pepper jack. And so yesterday, let me take you through this. I used the smoked pepper jack on top of a waffle with a couple of pieces of spicy sausage.
Yeah.
More of that pepper jack smoked. And that was, and another waffle. I made a sandwich out of it.
Yeah, he gave me like an herb crusted smoked mozzarella. It was gone in like 5 seconds. Even Cordell, like he came up to my plate and just started taking my cheese off my plate.
Wow.
But yeah, so shout out to Ben Smith.
Yeah.
Phenomenal smoked cheeser.
It was good.
My brother said blue cheese, just like Nebraska, he's not for everyone.
Haley, what kind of cheese would you be?
I don't know. I mean, my favorite's Colby Jack.
I feel like you're queso.
And why is that?
Because everybody just wants a little bit more of you.
Yeah. Oh,
Thanks.
I'll
take it.
I would probably be shredded cheese because I'm just everywhere. A little bit here, a little bit there. That'd be good. So, one more topic here before we get to birthdays and anniversaries, which are not long from now. If you want to call those in, 345-5598. Better text them because we're not going to answer the phone. But you can text those in, 345-5598. And we'll get to the birthdays and anniversaries here in a little bit. All right. So if Mission Control were to let you call and ask the astronauts one question on their way home from the moon,
Oh, easy.
what would the question be? Josh wants to go.
Is this AI generated?
And they have to tell you the truth, right?
Are you behind a green screen right now?
Who else has got a question you want to ask the astronauts?
I'd want to know what space smells like.
Oh, it does have a smell.
Or sounds like.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is. I'll look it up. Somebody else go.
Did you moon the moon?
Did you play Dark Side of the Moon?
Apparently, space smells like a mix of hot metal, welding fumes, burnt steak, and gunpowder.
I think that's the next cologne flavor right there.
Well, America's 2 mission scheduled to return to Earth and splash down to the Pacific Ocean tonight, just off of California, approximately 8:07 Eastern. So, yeah.
I saw a really good one. They had that Chick-fil-A cow that said "Eat more chicken" on the moon. It said, "Look what we found on the moon," and it was that cow that says "Eat more chicken."
I theorized that they'd get up there. Of course, we're not stepping foot on the moon this time, but next time they do, they look over and, man, how long has that Dollar General been here?
Yeah. I was also thinking if there was anybody up there asking them about how their extended car warranty.
Yeah, of course.
I want to know what they're going to eat when they get back.
Yeah.
Like, what's the first place you're going to go eat at?
What's the first place you're going to go eat? Yeah. Shane, you got one? What's a question you'd like to ask the astronauts?
Who videotaped your departure back to Earth?
There's a lot of questions to ask. Carrie, do you got one?
Yeah, again, what space sounds like.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like I've got the smell. Let's see.
Imagine it sounds like talking into an old analog cell phone.
According to this, it's a roaring stars, eerie planetary radio emissions, and deep black hole bass notes. According to AI.
Can you make that sound on the radio here?
Yeah. Just quiet.
Just wait for our transmitter to go out. Then that's the sound that it makes.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather? It's time for the Would You Rathers. Everybody bring a Would You Rather with you. Who's got one?
Well, I would like to know, would you rather live 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future?
Okay, let's run around. All right, Dennis, you want to start? Would you rather live 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future?
Well, I still remember what it was like 100 years ago. So I better go to the future.
Yeah, something new.
Just think about the things that have happened since like 1950. We didn't have microwaves, we didn't have cell phones, which probably was a blessing. But so what is coming next?
That's crazy.
Be exciting.
He just brought up a good point. That I was thinking 100 years ago was like 1890, but that's over. And he says 1950. I'm like, well, that's like
1950 was 75 years ago. So that
it freaked me out a little bit. I was just thinking about that.
Raise your hand if you still feel like the 80s were 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
The 80s were.
I mean, I never seen any bit of the 80s, but yeah.
Yeah. You're an old soul. All right. Anybody else want to answer? Would you rather 100 years ago, 100 years from the future?
Would you rather have to dance always where you're going or walk in slow motion?
Ooh.
I guess I'm going to dance because I hate slow walkers.
Right.
Did you just side-eye me?
Are you guilty?
I'm not. No, I don't think so. I think
out
I'm
of everybody here, I'm probably the slowest walker.
Yeah.
I take my time getting where I'm getting.
I can't stand walking through Walmart. I get road rage in Walmart walking.
I think I'm there too. I'd rather dance too. My wife won't even hold my hand wherever we go because it's like I'm a speed walker. And
yes.
I mean, I walk so fast, and she's just like, "Go, just go."
I'd have to dance. That would be me. Okay. Anybody else for a would you rather?
Would you rather know the cause of your death or know the date of your death?
Ooh.
That is so morbid.
Yeah, I think I'd rather know the cause.
I'm going to go cause, yeah.
Yeah, I could cause too, I think, because you could actually try to prevent it.
Yeah. That would be good. The date, that's never going to work good.
I just know it's probably a lie if they ever say you're going to fall off of a mountain.
Yeah. Right. Although, if I knew the date, I'm probably taking out a loan right before. All right. Anybody else? Would you rather?
Would you rather give up air conditioning and heating for the rest of your life or give up internet for the rest
Internet. There ain't no way I can't live without heat or without AC.
That's right.
Would you rather be funny, not cool, cool, not funny?
I live this life every day. I'd rather be funny.
Funny, not cool.
I feel like if you're cool or if you're funny, you're cool.
Yeah.
That's just me.
61% of people said that was that way. So, all right, last chance. Anybody with a would you rather? Okay, it is time for the birthdays. Birthdays and anniversaries, April 10th through the weekend. If you know anybody celebrating, get a hold of us here at the radio station, 345-5598. Text that in, and we'll try to put those on the radio for you. So I said that Jeremy Disser's birthday was yesterday on the radio.
Yeah, you messed up. It's today.
It is today. Yeah, so today is his birthday. So he's on the list. Got it. Yeah. Anybody else got some birthdays for a list today?
Angie Johnston has a birthday today. Don Flessner has a birthday. Brenda Pokop has a birthday. And Andy Hoffman has a birthday today. Lucas Judeman with a birthday. Krista Kime has a birthday today. Brock Scott and Christina Wetton has a birthday today.
Couple on my text list here. A birthday for Landon Brown, 9 years old from McCook. Also, Chad and Lindsay Stewart, Vindy and Ola celebrating their 16th wedding anniversary. So, happy birthday and wedding anniversary there. Haley, do you have any others?
Michael Schumann has a birthday on Sunday, but that's all I got.
Okay. Sean Backer, Andy Hoffman, Lucas Juneman, Travis Henney, Susan Dinkle, Brock Scott, Jason Rath, and Brian Leslie, also with birthdays here for the 10th of April. We got to pick somebody as our birthday winner now.
Ice cream from the Scoop, a sandwich from Jimmy John's and Coca-Cola.
All right, who's our birthday winner?
Let's go with the one that was
the
texted
9-year-old?
in.
Yeah. Landon Brown, come by the radio station and pick up those prizes. Here sometime today or Monday. All right. About to wrap things up for Coffee Club on Friday morning, April 10. KT, you've got a couple of fundraisers coming up you want to promote for the Family Resource Center, right?
Yeah, again, we've got the ACE Roundup in May. We're also going to be doing a disc golf tournament in August. That'll be August 29th. That's kind of our big annual fundraiser. So we'll get that information out probably around May.
Yeah, Saturday, August 29th should be a fun time.
Yeah.
And there's ways that people can participate even if they're not disc golfers, right?
Absolutely. So we do take up some donations, some door prizes, stuff like that. If you'd like to participate in that, if you'd like to purchase raffle tickets to try and get some of those prizes, we'll take any and all help and participation we can get.
Okay, very good. People would like to learn more about the Family Resource Center, or you're always looking for volunteers too.
Absolutely.
What's the best way to do that?
Yep. Either stop by at our office, 526 West B Street, the old police and fire department, or give us a call, 345-2609.
Okay. All right. Jason and Shane, you guys ready for a big weekend? You're going to be at the Decatur Community Schools here today, and then tomorrow at the Gateway in Oberlin, and then the E-Free Church, both services 9 and 10:45 on a Sunday. What's the message that you're bringing?
On Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sunday's going to be a look at the book of Romans in the Bible, but talking about how we all start at the same point in life, being separated from God, but there's a way to have our movement go from separation to restoration. And there's hope and a way to be found in Christ.
I love that. So if people would like to learn a little more about your ministry, what's the best way to do so on that?
Yeah, check me out at either ShaneWilbanks.com or MakeKnownMinistries.org. And I'd love to come and partner with your church and your schools.
Very good. Jason, thanks for bringing them up here.
Man, I'm glad we got a chance to do it. I'm excited for the weekend. So, again, if you're hearing us, come out and come to McCook. E-Free Church, we'd love for you to come and visit with us and come to Oberlin if you're in the area.
And if you're looking for dates and times, Facebook page and the website for free.
Yep.
All right. There we go. That is a wrap for Coffee Club on a Friday morning, the 10th of April, here from Hometown Family Radio's Coyote Country. Happy Weekend Eve.